The nurse's shoes squeaked on the linoleum as she adjusted the floor. My vision pulsed with each throb behind my eyes. Stitches pulled above my brow. Ribs bound tight. Blood dried at the edge of my mouth. Then he called, "Dad." Not a question about whether I was okay. Not about who did it or why. Just pay rent or get out. I stared at the muted hospital TV. Some sitcom laughing on repeat, like it didn't know the world was broken. "I'm not paying this month," I said. Quiet. Steady. A pause. Then static on the line. "You think you're better than this family?" Later that night, he came. Walked into the hospital room like he belonged in my story. Looked at me like I was a smear on his shoe. "You're weak," he said. "Laying here like some victim. You're not special. You're nothing." I echoed the word. Nothing. He slapped me. Hard. My jaw lit up with pain. I fell for ripping from my arm. Metal crashed around me. But somewhere in the silence that followed, something didn't break. It clicked. A quiet shift, like a lock turning. The bruises, I realized, were just distraction. People saw those and missed everything else. The eyes, the quiet, the truth. It started weeks ago. A knock on the bathroom door. His voice, too familiar, too close. "You in there?" He wasn't talking to me. I opened the door fast. My girlfriend stood there, half-dressed, startled. Behind her, him pulling his shirt down like it was just another gym session. She stammered. He smiled. I said nothing, just walked away. Because growing up in a house made of threats teaches you. Don't react. Don't reveal. Don't waste ammunition on the wrong moment. That night, my hands didn't shake with rage. They shook with strategy. How long had it been happening? How many times? Why her? No answers. Just silence. She avoided me. He smiled like it was all a joke. So I let them think I was stupid, weak, forgettable. Let them underestimate me. It was the last kindness I'd offer. 2 toothbrushes in the downstairs bathroom. She never lived there, but she stayed over, mostly when I wasn't home. Their timing was sloppy. Her calls dropped when I was at work. He'd leave 15 minutes before she arrived. I started recording everything. Burner app, message clones. Her texts, his replies. The first one was a knife. "You're better than him. He's just a boy. You're a man." I didn't feel heartbreak. I felt readiness. DNA testing was easier than I expected. One of his bottles. One of her long blonde hairs from my bed. The results came back clear. His DNA. Her body. His filth. It wasn't just betrayal. It was pathology. She was 23. He was 51. I was 25. She used to say I reminded her of my father. Now I knew why. I sat through dinner after dinner like a ghost. Clinking forks. Forced laughter. I didn't speak much. Didn't need to. The mind was sharp. When the report arrived, I printed 2 copies. Folded them neatly. Handed hers to her on a Tuesday in the kitchen. She opened it. Read it twice. Her mouth started to move. We didn't. I tilted my head. Just a little. She went quiet. She understood. Then I found him in the garage. Gave him his copy. He looked down, started to speak. I walked away. His voice didn't matter anymore. The next morning, I didn't just pack a bag. I packed the house. The deed had been in Mom's name. She'd left it to me. He never filed paperwork. Never thought I'd check. But I had. And I did. I owned it. He was just a tenant. The eviction was legal. Fast. I even paid the sheriff's fee. By Friday, he was served. "You've got 30 days to vacate." He stared at me like I'd grown horns. "You can't do this." I already did. He moved toward me, old habit, but I didn't flinch. Not anymore. He saw it in my eyes. Not fear. Finality. I stepped past her on the porch. She tried to speak. I raised my hand. "You mean nothing to me." 3 steps. Door shut. Silence. Now the house is quiet. Still, and I prefer that way. I sleep with the windows open. No voices. No footsteps. No lies. Sometimes I sit in the living room and stare at the empty couch. Maybe he misses having someone to control. I don't miss being controlled. He spent years numbing me. I just returned the favor. He'll never touch me again. He forgot one thing. Monsters don't stay monsters forever. Eventually, the prey learns how to hunt. And I learned well.